Good night. This is day 274, Yusuf 43 to 57. And one day the king said, I dreamed of 7 fat cows eating up by 7 skinny ones, and 7 green ears of grain and 7 others dry. O chiefs, tell me the meaning of my dream, if you can interpret dreams. They said, these are confused visions, and we do not know the interpretation of such dreams. Finally, the surviving ex-prisoner remembered Joseph after a long time and said, I will tell you its interpretation, so send me forth to Joseph. He said, Joseph, a man of truth, interpret for us the dream of 7 fat cows eating up by 7 skinny ones, and 7 green ears of grain and 7 others dry, so that I may return to the people and let them know. Joseph replied, you will plant grain for 7 consecutive years, leaving in the air whatever you will harvest, except for the little you will eat. Then after that will come 7 years of great hardship, which will consume whatever you have saved, except little you will store for seed. Then after that will come a year in which people will receive abundant rain, and they will press olive and wine. The king then said, bring him to me. When the messenger came to him, Joseph said, go back to your master and ask him about the case of women who cut their hands. Surely my lord has full knowledge of their cutting. The king asked the woman, what did you get when you tried to seduce Joseph? They replied, Allah forbid. We know nothing indecent about him. Then the chief minister's wife admitted, now the truth has come to light. It was I who tried to seduce him, and he is surely truthful. For this Joseph should know that if I not speak dishonestly about him in his absence, for Allah certainly does not guide this scheming of the dishonest, and I do not seek to free myself from blame, for indeed the soul is ever inclined to evil, except those shown mercy by my Lord. Surely my Lord is all forgiving, most merciful. The king said, bring him to me. I will employ him exclusively in my service. And when Joseph spoke to him, the king said, today you are highly esteemed and fully trusted by us. Joseph proposed, put me in charge of storehouses of the land, for I am truly reliable and adept. This is how we established Joseph in the land to settle wherever he pleased. We shower our mercy on whoever we will, and we never discount the reward of the good doers. And the reward of the hereafter is far better for those who are faithful and are mindful of Allah. Okay. If you're following, we are going deeply in the story of Yusuf alayhi salam, and with his brothers, he was put in a water well. Some guy came and picked him up and then sold him as a slave. And then chief minister who got him at the first time, his wife tried to seduce him but he was trying to escape, and then things happened, and despite the fact that they knew that he was innocent, they decided to put him in jail with some other guys. He stayed, and then one of the inmates was getting out of prison, and he forgot to mention innocent Yusuf alayhi salam to king, and he stayed there for a long time. And despite the fact that all these years in prison without doing anything, you are innocent, everyone knew, but they put you in jail because they wanted this way. And finally, the king saw a dream, and he was trying to get interpretation for this dream. And then finally, the ex-prisoner remembered Yusuf alayhi salam and went to prison, told the dream, got the interpretation, and then told the king. And at this point, the story is becoming really interesting. Yusuf alayhi salam is king says, get him out, bring him here, and then Yusuf alayhi salam says that no, I'm not getting out. First, go ask those women who tried to seduce me, and looks like king gathered all those women and asked them, well, what is the problem with this seducing Yusuf alayhi salam, and they all admitted that he was right, he was innocent, and they seduced him, and all the truth came out. And then Yusuf alayhi salam got out of the prison. That's an interesting and risky act, but with Allah's blessing and Allah's will and plan, he got out. Because, as you might remember at the beginning, when one of those inmates was getting out, Joseph told him to talk about him to king, and we know that Satan made that guy forget about Joseph to mention the king. But here, and also of course Allah, with Allah's permission, Satan intervened, and Satan made the guy forget to mention Joseph the king. But here, Allah didn't let Satan to con those women to tell a lie again. This time, they told the truth and cleared the name of Yusuf alayhi salam, and I guess yeah, it's such a hard story and hard thing to realize how these stories flow, and it is, I guess, showing that without Allah's permission, nothing happens. That's it. We choose what we do in our life, and with Allah's permissions, the outcome sometimes is bad or looks bad, but sometimes Allah is letting these bad things happen so that in His grand plan, the outcome will be better for that person. That's hundred zillions and zillions of percent is true, but it is sometimes too hard to act like this. You're innocent. They put you in jail for nothing. You spent there many years. And still, Joseph is just saying that clear my name, otherwise I will not get out. I'm not coming out. King says, come out, come to me, and says, no, first go clear my name. It is extremely, extremely hard to do that. Any person who stayed in prison, I guess, 1 or 2 days, not years, will understand me. Yeah. Because I stayed in prison many years for nothing, just like Yusuf alayhi salam. But anybody will understand that it's too hard to act like Yusuf alayhi salam. Yeah. Sometimes it's funny.